Hey guys, so this is a quick little overview of Edpuzzle. Basically, I've been doing this to show the news because it's a good way for me to take my attendance on Wednesdays when we only have the 15-minute class period. So basically, you can add content by looking through popular channels like Edpuzzle itself, YouTube, Khan Academy. They have, National Geographic and stuff. Crash Course History is all in here. But you can actually just search in general YouTube, like any video that you've already found. And you are welcome to basically take that and it will give you examples what other people did. So let's say I'm looking for Crash Course and I want to do something on World War II. And so if I click this, what I see is the Crash Course video I would find on YouTube. And then people have already created 2,670 different versions of this video. So basically you can see like this guy here has a 24 question item or a 9 question item. So if you pull something that's pre-made, just be aware that some people have literally like put in notes rather than questions and stuff like that. My attitude is the safest way to do it is to do it yourself. And so you pick your video and then you can see here that you can just assign the video as is, and the kids will have to watch it from beginning to end in order to get, credit on Edpuzzle with no questions. You can also copy the video and make your own copy and then play with it. You can also just edit it directly and add questions and go from there. So basically what you're looking at is a system where we can do quizzes or assignments through videos, and students cannot actually skip ahead and stuff like that. So if you go to my classes, I actually imported my Google Classroom classes here, and they had to watch the news. So if I look at my IYFN video, I can see, okay, these people have watched all of it. These are the percentage of questions that they got right in the video. Apparently, she switched classes, but I can see, okay, she didn't watch it or whatever it is. And then I can see it by questions, like how did they do, 21 out of 23, 22 out of 23, etc. So that's just kind of, how I can do a quick grade. The other thing is it actually does grade through Google Classroom, which is awesome. So you can check the grade book here, or you can just go to Google Classroom and check it there. But I want to show you how to add some new questions to videos. So if I go to my content, I'll just pull up my Fall of Roman Empire. And because this is mine, you can see every single dot represents a question that I put in there. And then on the side here, I make all of mine multiple choice. Now, let's say I wanted to play around with this. So I'll print and press play, and I'm going to turn this down for a second because it will be loud. But I'm going to press play, and then I'll show you how to add a question.
Hi there, my name is John Green. This is Crash
So the video
Course
plays,
History,
and if I want to make sure that I am, adding questions or whatever, I would need to have space for the questions. So it's not really good to have, questions so close back to back that the kids can't really hear it and stuff like that. Because this video is already assigned, I can't really edit it right now in this version, but it would give me the option to add a multiple choice question, a quick little note, or maybe it would let me add a fill in the blank type question or a little essay question. Just be aware that when you do those, Edpuzzle obviously doesn't grade that part for you, so you have to go in and individually grade every student's response, but it can go fast because it's literally like a check mark for yes or an X for no. So I'll go back and I'll start a new thing so that way we can actually do this properly and you can see how to use it. So if I want to search, what am I teaching right now? Feudalism. So let me grab this and I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to watch this and I'm going to edit. So this is what I see when I edit. I can obviously cut the length of it. So let's say I don't want them to watch the whole video.
Oh, as usual, goodbye and thank you for watching.
And I don't want them to watch the ending or whatever. I can literally grab and drag this. And that way it's a shorter video. I can do a voiceover where you have to upload your own video to do it, but if you were going to upload your own video, you could do a voiceover. And then we can add questions here. So let's say I play this and I want to add a multiple choice question. I can then add my multiple choice question. What began medieval times? all of Rome. And then you want to mark the right answer with the check mark, and then you'll do the X's for the wrong answers. When you press save, it'll show you, hey, here's what the kids will see. And obviously, like, they won't see the green arrow, you just see that. And then you hit continue. So you would go through and you can add, again, the open-ended question. So let's say I want to add an open-ended question here. I can type my question. And students will see this and they will type an answer, etc. You can also just add a note where it's like, hey, make sure you have, this idea down. So when you get all the way to the end, you want to hit finish. And what you can do now is you can assign it, you can duplicate it, or you can delete it. You can also make your videos public, which means like when somebody actually searches it up, they'll be able to see it. Or if you make it private, then that just means that, whenever people search up for it, they can't find your work. I normally keep mine public just because I always worry that, if a kid can't see it, it might be something with their login versus not. So I keep mine public. And then when I go to assign it, this is where it gets a little tricky. So you can pick the classes you want to assign it to. You have the start date that it goes on Google Classroom and an Edpuzzle, and then the due date. So let's say I assign it to my honors class. I want it to start tomorrow, and I want it due on the 1st. You can see that it has, the 1st, and then I have to hit save. So there we go. So it has the time stamps in there. And then I always turn this on, prevent skipping. That means kids can't skip ahead to the end and pretend they watched it and skip questions. They literally have to answer the questions in order to move on. You can also turn on closed captioning for everybody. I think they can just turn it on themselves if they want it. And then this button right here is what I love. You click post to Google Classroom. So when I click assign, you'll see this pop up on Google Classroom, but it won't pop up for them until, 12 a.m. tomorrow. And then they'll see, okay, this is due on, the 1st at 11:59 p.m. And when they do their assignment on Google Classroom, they watch it all the way to the very end. Remind them they have to watch the very last second. They will get a grade from Edpuzzle, and the grade will go on Google Classroom as well. What I tell my kids is if you see a grade, awesome, go back to Google Classroom, click mark as done, because then I see on Google Classroom it's been turned in and it has a grade right there next to their name. Hope this helps.